just picked up this new Maglite LED flashlight off Amazon, and I've had several Maglites through the years, quite a few of them actually, and other flashlights too. I use a lot of flashlights around here, but I wanted something that had a reasonable amount of power, would fit in a pocket, and you know, not for everyday carry in a pocket, but just kind of stick it in my pocket on the way out the door or something. And something that had a really good run time, because that's something that I like to find in a flashlight. And that's what caught my eye about this one. It is, let's see, so the model number is ML50L, and it's on sale on Amazon right now for, I think I gave $32 for it. And there's a newer version of this that has a more textured body, and it sells for $50 or $60, something like that. But this is the old version, though. The internals are the same, but just this has got the old style Maglite body, which I prefer actually. So I gave less money for something I like better. But what caught my attention about this is the runtime. It's got, let's see, hopefully you'll be able to read that. But it has various modes, but it has 3 power levels. It has full power, low power, and what's called eco mode. And the eco mode is, let's see, well, I'll have to put in the description, in the video description, what the lumens are on eco mode. But what originally caught my attention about it, though, is that it's rated to run 15 hours on high, 29 hours on low, and 112 hours on eco mode. And that's really good, if eco mode is bright enough to be useful. And as it turns out, as you will see, it is. Now this is the 2-cell version, 2C-cell. They make a 3C-cell version that is a little bit brighter and runs a little bit longer, but it's marginal. And I think it's the same price, in fact. But the thing is, you know, 2C cells are cheaper than 3C cells, and also the length of this thing makes it where it'll fit in a hip pocket, whereas the 3-cell version probably wouldn't. So I like this this size package. It works well for me. One of the things I like about these is that they're still made in the United States. And I looked at a Streamlight, in fact, that's kind of similar in specs, and I compared them directly, and it was close, but this one being on sale, and therefore a little less expensive, and also the fact that it's made in the United States, whereas the Streamlight is made in China, the one I was looking at. So that kind of, those two things were kind of the tipping point for me. With that said, let's take it outside in the dark and compare it. And what we're going to compare it to is, I've got one of the little Harbor Freight free LED flashlights. I've got a bunch of those, and I use them quite often. And I also have my little Phoenix pocket light. What is that? E01, Phoenix E01. I actually did a video about this not long ago. So I'm going to compare it to those two flashlights, and we'll see how it does. Okay, this is the Harbor Freight flashlight. I'm using it as a baseline because most people know what it looks like. Now there's the new Maglite. Here comes the Phoenix. The Phoenix is going to be the least bright of the three. That's the Harbor Freight. But the little Phoenix pocket light, it has a very low or very long run time, just like eco mode on the new Maglite does. So there's the Phoenix. There it is. It's a useful level of light, but not very much throw, obviously. But it's a great little light to have in your pocket all the time. That's my EDC light. So here's the Harbor Freight light again as the baseline. Okay, that's high. No, it's not. That was medium. That was the medium level on the Maglite. And you can tell it's brighter than the Harbor Freight. There's the eco mode. And it's roughly comparable to the Harbor Freight. Now, remember, that's 112 hours of run time on that. And I've got it, I had it opened up to a flood, and now I turned it down to a spot. That's on eco mode. It's only an eighth of a turn of the bezel from spot to flood. So that's useful. That's better than the older Maglites were. And there it is on medium. There it is on high. And as you can tell on high, it's much brighter than the Harbor Freight.